Good evening. So, an interesting day. I was set to do an interview this afternoon with someone from Nigeria, and I organised a timeline for it to be 9 a.m. with them. I've spoke to this person on and off for the past few weeks, or month or two, I guess. This particular person, who I can't say really who their name is, funny enough, I thought was an actual gospel singer, musician, and yeah, I guess it wasn't until the moment arrived that we sent the link to do a Zoom meeting. I got dolled up. Second time, second costume change today. That's life. Anyway, I'm sitting there waiting. We sent the link for this person, and then noticed no response. And then I decided to had our computers rigged up. Or I was over by the lake, so we had a nice picturesque setting. I decided to ring this person on my phone through Messenger, which, by the way, I delete and upload I don't know how many times because my phone never stops. So any of those people who try to ring me, I would like to try and connect with everybody. However, I did do a video chat one day and I decided not to pursue video chats due to inappropriate content. So moving on, tried to contact this person, no answer. Waited a few minutes, rang a couple more times. I thought there may have been a technical issue overseas, you never know. And then Nigel and I got to talking, and it was funny because earlier we had said, well, Nigel had pointed out that it's lovely to actually speak to somebody from Nigeria and know that they're a hardworking person. Excuse me, boy, do I feel a bit foolish. Anyway, moving on, I try not to be judgmental. I'm not that sort of person, you know. I believe in all people, all walks of life, nationalities, genders, status, nor here nor there. People are people at the end of the day. This is funny, like to have to. Well, it's not funny. It is funny. Nigel and I are talking. He mentioned how it's lovely to have somebody that, as I said, is a hardworking person, and you know, you can't judge one person's actions by another. You know, Nigeria being the capital of the scammers in the world. You know, it's renowned for that. Those that don't know, apparently. Nigel mentioned or asked me. He said, "Have you actually done a FaceTime with this person?" And I, funny enough, replied, "No, I haven't. I did actually attempt to the other night." And this person replied to me, "Oh no, it's late. It's dark." And me not knowing their situation, thought well, they could live, you know, in a shared household, in a community. You do not know. Not for me to make assumptions or judge. So I went, okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough. And then, you know, Nigel went, oh, okay, that's a bit funny. Then a couple of other things came to light. I thought about the questions that this person was asking me. I do give away some stuff, but I don't give away other things, you know, to those that think that I do. I believe in wearing my heart on my sleeve and trying to be real. It's not possible all the time. However, when I did actually chat with this person, I said, well, look, I've got to go. I've got work to do. I'm multitasking. I'm doing a few things. He's like, no, please stay on the line. I've got you now. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. That's well and good. And I don't have any regrets. I had 26 people on Facebook. They were all people I knew personally. And as a promotion for Little Big Ole Me, I added 4,974 people. Funny enough, but I don't regret it in a way. Like I've talked to some amazing people, and I guess I feel like there's always going to be an interview and a story. Everybody's got a story. Whether you know someone else might think it's ordinary, boring, it's life. It's our journey. Went back through all these messages that this person had sent me, and you know, alarm bells started ringing in my head, and I thought, you know what, this person is not the gospel singer that I thought he was, who has over 20 songs on YouTube. We sort of got to realise that this person is not who I thought he was. I started laughing when the penny dropped, you know, and Nigel had this look in his eye, and I sort of went, oh shit. Thought about the questions that they were asking, And I told this person that I lived in a tent, and they couldn't fathom why. I guess people maybe think because that we've got a show, a production company, whatever, that we've got money. Well, more fool them, because we don't. We're on a very tight budget. Um, and I guess it's our creativity and our passion that is what's driving this. Things aren't always what they seem. Someone might appear like they've got money, and you should never assume or judge people in that way, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I guess the reality of all of this is that this person was actually looking at me as a prospective victim to scam. It was really funny when the penny dropped, and we actually both just started laughing, and laughed and analysed and went over the previous content in the messages and stuff like that, and we realised, someone was trying to, I'd been had. Funny enough, I'm going to mention one of my girlfriends who featured in the first COVID episode that we did 2 weeks ago. Been friends with her since I was 15. She was, I think, 18. 38 years, something like that. She used to call me Gullible Glover, and I remember taking offence the first time she said it. I'm not fully offended, but I guess where it stems from is, my father had a kind heart. I believe I have a kind heart. Kindness often can be mistaken for a weakness, but I've always chose to believe in the better of people, in humanity. And often it gets misconstrued, which is unfortunate. There's nothing much you can do about it. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Someone can tell me something and I'll fully absorb it and believe them, and take it on board. It's only when somebody misleads me, or um, yeah, shocks me, and they do something totally different, and then I sort of go, oh wow, that was a bit foolish of me. But I don't really consider it foolish. I guess there's nothing wrong with trying to believe in the good of people before the bad. Don't weigh up and measure somebody. Give them a chance. And I guess, yeah, it's a good lesson to learn what happened. I felt a bit foolish. I don't normally, talk to men I don't know, which is a bit funny, unless, I've met them out something, or, that doesn't happen. And to have so many people ringing me all the time and wanting to talk to me, and that, it's a bit overwhelming for me at times. But I thought, you know what, if by me reaching out to someone or talking to someone might change the colour of their day or make them feel good about themselves, why not? Take it on and try and connect with people, wherever, whoever, So, which is funny, like I said, the first person that I did actually accept a video chat from, I thought they were talking about corn. I realised, pretty sure that this person, funny enough, mentioned the word porn, and like that they wanted to sort of have phone sex or whatever. It was pretty funny. I ended up saying, oh yes, you've mistaken me for, that's not who I am, and I hung up, So yeah, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. You got to take risks in life. Just something that I need to do, folks. I'm going to share it with you, and that's okay. I'm just about to do a little recording on my phone, and speak up for myself. I thought this person may have stood me up because I'd organised an interview a couple of times, but yeah, as I said, we know now that this is not the case. So, as I said, I'm going to record now. Yeah, hi, this is Sandra, as you're probably aware. I don't know what your name is, don't really care. I'm just going to make mention that we've put jigsaw puzzle pieces together, and we now realise what's going on. So all I've got to say to you, whoever you are, one thing, the fact that you're supposedly a musician, and I asked you what songs would you like for us to feature in your program, and you said you picked them. Okay, there's one thing that was a bit odd. Me being a singer, I know if someone was interviewing me, I'd want to feature a song that's close to my heart or something that's special to me. So that should have been warning, red flag, whatever. The fact that you made out that you're a religious person, you didn't ask me about my faith, my religion, blah, blah, blah. That was another thing. I guess when we talked last night, again, not on FaceTime, I guess that the gig would have been up. And the last thing that I might mention is that through people I know and my resources in the music industry, I will be trying to contact, I will be contacting through Hell or High Water. I will contact the publicist or agent for this so-called person, well, not so-called person, the person that is the real person that is on YouTube, and advising them that you are posing as this person. So, yeah, I just want to say that it's people like you that give your country a bad name. I hope you feel ashamed of yourself, whatever. I hope you don't sleep tonight, whatever. I just think, get off your ass, go out and get a job, not make a living out of fucking trying to rip people off. Like, I've got nothing, and you tried to target me. Like, it's a pretty sad state of affairs, Yeah, I guess you thought I was an easy mark. Well, hey, the joke's on you because I ain't got nothing, buddy. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that I have to say these words because I'd rather not be somebody that says these sort of things and not have to, I don't want to ridicule anybody, but at the end of the day, the joke was on me and I was the person that was going to be had, so yeah. And I hope you get caught. All right. Yeah, and leave the innocent people in this world alone. And yeah, I think I've said enough. So Little Big Old Me, it's not just about Little Big Old Me. I'd like to put an invitation out to everyone there. If you've got a story that you would like to share with myself, Nigel, and YouTube and the world, please contact me at Sandra at Little Big Ole Me. We would love to hear from you, and we would love to bring the diversity of life into everybody's world. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Little Big Ole Me. One of the things that we're going to share in the program will be the origin of Little Big Old Me. I was living at Stockton. Nigel asked me if I wanted to go out on a lunch date. I said, sure, why not? We went out for a lunch date, got talking, had a lot of things in common, seemed to get along well, great minds think alike. So I woke up one morning, had this random thought, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was about to go up to the hospital to have treatment for my blood disorders trials, which was a bit of a lengthy process. And I thought, hey, yeah, I might ask Nigel if he'd meet me up at the hospital and video it, and so and I guess do a little video diary. And he went, oh yeah, okay. What time you got to be there? I went 8 o'clock. And he had to come from, out of town sort of thing. It was a bit funny, but he rallied to the occasion, of course. And next thing you know, we're walking into the hospital with all these camera bags, and as such, it was a bit funny. I realised that I probably would need to obtain permission from the hospital. I asked my haematology nurse, but these sort of things the wheels don't turn very quickly, and I had to sort of accept the fact that some stuff wouldn't be able to be filmed. Anyway, so it was funny. We got in there. I did a couple of different video diaries, one before I walked in. Hey, my name's Sandra. This is a day in the life of me. I have to go into haematology day ward for some treatment. So yeah, this is who I am. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Did a couple of things like, my haematology nurse went, oh yeah, I really don't think that, I can't give you permission. But she tried and tried and tried and rang, like somebody. It was funny. I think like she actually wanted to be in this video diary, wanted her little 5 seconds of fame. I guess it was pretty funny. Really, we were told you can't. But as soon as someone stepped out of the room, we'd roll the cameras. And then we got a bit bold, but we got away with it. I shouldn't say we got away with it. Yeah, so I guess that got my mind ticking, Nigel's mind ticking, and that wasn't long after that he thought about Can Do Web and how he needed a face for Can Do Web, someone that could sort of talk easily and, came up all right on camera, I suppose. And yeah, so when I went, well, yeah, why not? I'm up for a challenge. So it was funny when Nigel took me to the reveal at his shed. It was pretty funny, and we're going to share that because I think it's funny. Maybe you will as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna run my smoke blindfold first.
All right. Just to prove the point you can.
Yeah. Alright, got the right edge. Yep, sweet. Very closely now.
It's just such an individual way of doing that.
There we go.
You ready?
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Beautiful. Alright, you can take it off.
Here you go.
Oh my god! Wow. That's right. Cool. Whoa! Yeah, okay, but get used to that. I like this. Very authentic. It's good, cool, I love it. That's great. I'm sold, I'm bought in already. And then after that, we hired a motel room and then dressed it up as if we were in like a studio, almost like a radio station, one might say. It was a bit funny. It's amazing what you can do, the illusion that you can present, with very little money, but with ingenuity. So we had sort of like desks set up, and you'll see some footage, and microphones, and the umbrella things to reflect for the light, whatever, to get the best footage that we could. It was pretty funny. And then I posted some pictures, and my old neighbour said to me, "Are you in a studio? Are you recording some songs, Sandra?" Because, they lived next to me for a long time and knew I loved to sing. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And so I replied and went, sort of. Yeah, sort of, It was pretty funny. Like, whatever, the way that Nigel set this room up, it gave the desired effect because, and then next thing you know, a few other people were asking me questions, and yeah, I went, wow, that whatever we're doing generated interest and sort of worked. It was a bit funny. So we were actually doing Can Do Web, which is one of Nigel's businesses. I had to, and I'm not very computer literate, it's not my forte. I did go to TAFE many years ago when computers looked like, I don't know, whatever. They didn't look like they do now. It was a bit funny. And so we thought to be authentic, we'd actually video Nigel teaching me how to do this. It was quite funny. So I had to come up with a website. Nigel's very efficient and proactive, whereas me, I'll try and stall things out sometimes. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, well, can I do it later? Like, or blah, blah, blah. I kept sort of putting it off. It was a bit funny. And he went, well, not any longer. We need the name, because you're actually going to type on the computer and you're going to, going to show people how easy it is. So we'll do it step by step, sort of thing. It was pretty funny. And then Nigel suggested a name, which was Magpie, because I'm black and white, and I went, no, don't like that, And I'm like, oh shit, I'm under the pump, and often people, well, I know personally, sometimes I work better under the pump. And I went, shit, you need to come up with something stat. Well, I went, Little Big Ole Me, and well, that was that. And a friend of mine who's in business said, hey, good name. And I went, thank you. And it stuck. And it was very appropriate, little as I am, big personality, and I'm getting old. I'll never really truly, my bones might tell me I'm old. I might get forgetful at times, but I've got a young spirit, always have had. The things I do, like, will probably show that. So yeah, so that was how we got the name for Little Big Old Me. We did a few recordings for Can Do Web.
So Sandra, if you want to type in your proposed domain name.
One thing I can do is actually type, so without looking, hopefully, at the screen. Fabulous. Little Big Ole Me. There we go.
Okay, .com.
Oh, of course, sorry. As we said, I'm not skilled in these matters. .com. Everything's about the dot and the com. Don't forget that, folks. And then, as everybody knows, with COVID and different things, like, it's been a trying past year or two. Things don't always go as you would foresee them to. We stopped production for a little while. I moved away for a little while, and then Nigel, I said to Nigel, he had all these other business ideas. He always has had, he's very driven. And I went, I said, I'm timing out for a bit. I've got to get my, focus and stuff like that. I said, but, I guess we could resume Little Big Ole Me, and just a bit selfish of me, we'll forget about your thing for now. And can I focus on me? I think it'd be a journey, healing, therapeutic for me or whatever. And of course, Nigel, being the gentleman that he is, he said, yeah, sure, okay. We sort of thought, well, for Little Big Ole Me, we have to put something that's exciting, in the first episode. And as you all know, I went up an acrobatic plane. We couldn't get much more exciting than that, I can tell you. Like, it was awesome. I didn't fare too well in it, as anybody that's watching our program knows. Vomited 5 times on when we hit the tarmac. It was pretty funny, but I would do it all over again. It was a magical moment. We want to show people that, don't think about doing something, get out and amongst it and do it. You'll get past your fears, and you go, well, hey, that wasn't so bad. What else can I do? What we intended to deliver, and what's actually happening now is not what you envisioned, but we'll keep rolling. I've got a list of people I'm going to target to try and interview. Having 5,000 people on my Facebook page actually has opened up my world, and there's some amazing people out there. That's what I know, and that's what I've learnt. Be prepared. You could be one of those people on that list. Hopefully, what we can bring to you from here on in, we'll hope to step it up a bit. We're limited, as most people are. We can't travel, we can't do much at all. But, through our creativity and our passion, we're hoping, that we can make you feel like you're there and in the moment. That's the story of Little Big Ole Me, Nigel, and myself. That's my story. That's our story. And hopefully in the near future, we'll bring you more exciting stories. And I can't wait to get out amongst it and do stuff that makes me feel alive, The faster the better. Or, whatever. The more abnormal, the better, Things that might scare me possibly, but also things that sort of make you I don't know, come alive and gets that heart rate up, I guess. I just wanted to take this opportunity to speak to people around Australia and the globe. If you have a story that you think is interesting or special to you that you would like to share on our program and to the world, please don't hesitate to contact us. Myself, Sandra at Little Big Ole Me. We look forward to hearing from you. Hope you have a great day. Little Big Ole Me.